What's up, you guys? Nick the Comic Nerd here. I'm going to do Nick's Nerd Word for this past week, so spoilers ahead. Be prepared. I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't get the chance to read a lot. I had a lot of work, and it did not feel good. I still don't feel great. But I wanted to post a video for you guys. Excuse me, see? I can't really get a lot of words out without running out of breath. But I do want to tell you guys what I read and keep up with the weeklies, so here we go. First up, I did get to read a good chunk of Invincible Compendium number 2. So good. Mark and Eve are finally a thing. I'm very happy because I was rooting for her more than I was rooting for Amber for a long time. And I had just, Mark and his brother have been fighting together. He's kind of teaching him the ropes on like how to be a superhero and stuff. So real cool. It's been real good. Great start to Compendium 2. Glad I'm keeping up with it. And what else? Oh, so the issue ends. The last issue I read ends where his brother gets his first superhero suit, and he wants to go by like Omni Boy or Omni Man Kid because he wants his dad's name to mean something. And Mark is like, it's not really a good idea. So it's hard because now Mark is torn, and we don't really know what's going on with Omni Man right now. We know he's captured, but the whole thing with the books that Omni-Man wrote hasn't really come full circle yet. We don't really know how that's going to end or how Mark is going to figure out how to save him or defeat the Viltrumites. So, but it's cool because it ends where Invincible ends up in his new suit, and he's like, I liked the yellow, where are the knee pads? And he was like, you don't really need knee pads to begin with, man. You're invincible. So, really cool, really good, loving it, excited to continue on with that. Then I read just 3 individual issues, all different, random. X-Men number 150, super cool. This is the 150 special 150th issue, double-sized X-Men vs. Magneto. So this was called like the origin of Magneto's story, where like you learn about his Auschwitz days, like him growing up and stuff. It was really just a quick, brief moment from the past he talked about. It wasn't exactly like an in-depth thing. But this was cool. Magneto is on his own little island. The X-Men's powers kind of wear down there. I don't read X-Men a lot, so I don't know where it started, like this whole run. But Cyclops is kind of like a henchman for Magneto, and there's this girl there that he likes. Kind of odd, like he doesn't have his glasses on because he doesn't have to. Like that's what I mean, like their powers are kind of suppressed. But Wolverine, Storm, Kitty Pryde, and Colossus are going to try, and Nightcrawler are going to try and save Cyclops, and I can't remember who the other girl was now. I feel so stupid. I don't remember. Anyways, they get in, their plane goes down, Colossus becomes human, loses his, like, metal. Wolverine kind of works well, he's still got his claws and stuff. They find the computer that Magneto is using to suppress everything and that he wants to take over, like, the missiles in the world. Magneto is one of those characters, I don't know if you guys remember, but when, like, Infinity War came out, people were, like, talking about, like, maybe Thanos is right and there's too many people in the world. I kind of look at the Magneto thing as the same. Like, it's hard. Like, it makes you think, like, Thanos' whole thing was, like, if you wipe out half the world, people will survive longer. And it was crazy. Like, I'm not going to dive into it, but Magneto kind of says, like, if we don't stop the humans now, they're never going to stop coming after the mutants. And like I said, I think you can compare the two characters, which makes them just greater villains, because they're villains who are, like, trying to do good, but just not in, like, a civil way, I guess you could say. But anyways, Kitty Pryde, obviously, her power is that she can become, like, translucent and, like, walk through things. Excuse me. And she's like, you know what, I'm going to try and stop Magneto. And she tries to walk through him, but his electric current ends up stopping her heart. And you think she's dead, and then they end up stopping him finally and defeating him again. And they stay on the island for a little bit. It's kind of like their own private island for a little while. Kind of funny. And Kitty's like, yeah, no, watch my powers. And she tries raising the Exojet out of the water. And all of a sudden, Wolverine and everyone's like, oh my god, she's doing it. And then Colossus got his powers back, and he's at the bottom just lifting it over his head. So really cool. Good story. Hawkgirl 2, dropping. This wasn't good. The new character is not strongly involved enough in this for me. There's a lot of confusion in here for me. I was right about the whole Hawkman thing in the first issue, how I felt that it was multiple stories from, like, different times and stuff and different eras. But overall, I did not find this to be very good. Yeah, I don't really have much of a review on it, to be honest. Somebody from her past comes back and learns that she's Hawkgirl. Again, I don't think it matters. Like, it just wasn't good. I don't recommend. And then last but not least, the Red Night Terrors #2 for Nightwing. So good. In the first issue, we learned that the nightmare that Nightwing is having is that he killed Bruce Wayne, he killed Batman. And it's crazy because in this story, he goes into a little bit of depth with it because he's partnering up with Scarecrow, trying to escape this prison. And he kind of mentions, like, part of me liked it. Like, not having to deal with all the over-fathering and overbearing stuff of Bruce Wayne. So kind of crazy, real cool. Cool little dark side of Nightwing in that. Also, what else was in this one? Oh, so Babs is like this little robotic person telling Dick, like, go, get out of here. You don't have to be here. Like, it's okay. You can leave without me. And he, of course, saves her in his nightmare. He lets Scarecrow walk at the end real cool. He's like, all right, you can go. You help me get out of this. And another issue where I'm pretty sure Dick Grayson wakes up at the end. Maybe he's not in the nightmare and in the awake world. I don't know. Or he's in that middle ground world. I'm not really sure. But I liked it. Great 2 issues for Nightwing. Night Terrors is still so good. Looking forward to the next issue of the main run, along with a couple of other issues that should be coming out. So that's what I got for you guys. I'm sorry for trying to talk so fast and for the coughing. I'm just not feeling great, so I wanted to get this out of there at least so you could see it. But that's what I got. So I appreciate you checking it out. Let me know what you read this week. And if you liked any of these books, cool little, like, variants of books for me, you know, like some Invincible along with some old X-Men, like real cool stuff. So that's what I got. I hope you guys all stay safe and enjoy your comics.